Alright guys, what's up? Welcome. I'm actually working right now. If you didn't know, I deliver pizzas. But I figured, while I'm driving, why not make a video about how I flipped the go-kart for money and teach you guys a way to do it yourselves. But first, I'm going to talk about the prices that I spent on mine. So first, the frame was $100. The engine was $150, so that's $250. I spent like $40 on a clutch and chain, $15 on hardware. So total, that's like $305, I think. And I listed it for $600. I'm gonna explain why in a little bit. But I sold it for $450, which is right at the price range I wanted to sell it. So I ended up making $145 on that flip. And this is just like an easy thing to do while you're at home, especially if you enjoy messing with go-karts and that type of stuff. I didn't even originally plan to flip this go-kart, and it just ended up happening. But let's get into how you guys can do this yourselves. So step one, you want to go to Facebook Marketplace. I've tried some of the other apps like Let Go and stuff like that, but those tend to be more expensive, and that is where I listed this go-kart. I didn't list it on Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace, you can join a bunch of groups and stuff like that, and it's just it seems like it's way cheaper, honestly. I don't know if it's because they're in worse condition or what, but there's more people on Facebook, so I would try your luck there. Obviously test around you. It might be different for where you live. That's where I found mine. And I ended up having to drive a little bit, but that wasn't a problem. I have nothing to do right now anyways. A tip for when you're searching for a go-kart to flip, or really anything to flip, go with what you know more than anything. So if you know body work and have any experience with any body stuff, obviously this isn't like a car, so it's not that difficult. But if you have more experience with that, go for something that's dirty and rusty, not that's all mechanical engine work. But if you do know engine work and stuff like that, it's going to be way easier, and you'll know more like what you'll have to get, like a carburetor, clutch, new pedals, like throttle linkage, stuff like that. It's just way easier to buy stuff that you know. Step two, when you find a listing that you want to pull the plug on, if it is a good listing, make sure you act quickly. Like if you find a $50 go-kart that has a running engine, that is a great flip, because engines cost way more than that themselves, especially if it's like a Predator. That's like $120. Depending where you buy it, it can be up to like $200. If it's like a Honda GX whatever, those are like $300 new. They're less popular because of the Predators. If there is one with a running engine and it runs, but they're selling it for super cheap, try to figure out what's wrong, obviously. Get as much information as you can. If it seems like a good deal, it's probably a good deal though. Like mine was $100. It was I knew I could have flipped it because it was a full frame with a cage, which was a plus, and it had pretty much everything I would need except an engine. I did have to put new tires on it, but I didn't include that in the prices. That would only probably bring it up another $20 or $30 because those were old and used. But in most cases, if you do enough research, you can probably find something that you'll be able to flip out quickly, because mine took like a week or two, which is sort of a long time for if you're trying to do like a quick flip. If you get this consistently going, you get better at it, you can probably make that turnover time very quick. Wow, this is a lot of construction. So step three will actually be going to get the go-kart. You want to have a lot of research done before this, obviously, so you don't waste your time going to look at go-karts that aren't worth it. But you really want to have a checklist in mind. Don't bring in an actual list because people kind of recognize what you're trying to do. But just think about stuff that's obvious, like make sure the engine runs if it has an engine, or calculate prices in your head, see what you'll need, and make sure it's worth it. Do some research on specific go-karts too, because different name brands and stuff like that go for different price ranges. Mine, in this case, was a Carter Bros go-kart, and it did pretty well. So now on to step four, is repairing the go-kart. Obviously, don't cheap out if you need certain things. Like, don't buy stuff that's going to break in a week, because people will be very upset with you, and you'll probably get bad reviews on stuff on these places that you will be able to list. Like your profile will get badly ranked, and people won't want to buy from you in the future. So make sure you don't cheap out on certain things, obviously. Make sure everything works, great condition, do multiple test rides. And if your go-kart is rusty or is missing a lot of paint, just use a spray can. You can get a great paint job on it. That's what I did. You don't need to go through like powder coating or doing like professional paint on it. Just get a spray can, use a primer or some sort of Rust-Oleum, or even just like an engine painter. Those are just super easy to use. There's certain other like industrial spray paints that are a lot more expensive, but they do some crazy things. Now our final step is listing and getting the go-kart out, selling it, doing the flip. I listed mine on OfferUp and Let Go. That's what I would recommend for you guys to do. Obviously you can do it everywhere. Everywhere would give you more opportunities for buyers to message you, which could help if you're trying to do quick turnaround times. If that's your goal, or if you want the most money, I would go with those two. But test it out yourself. Obviously, I'm not some sort of expert on these things. This is just from my experience. Always list higher than you want. So if your bottom line is $400, list it for like $550, $600, because you want to be able to negotiate, because that'll make the person buying it feel like they got a deal no matter what. Make it worth the price, worth the end price. Mine was definitely worth $450 because it was a fully built running go-kart. And if they point out problems and they offer you a really low price, you don't have to take it. You can always go with the next buyer. The first one you don't need to take, and you can fix those problems if they're cheap and easy. But obviously, you know, most of these problems are going to be in the research and identifying a good go-kart to actually buy. So I hope this helped you guys get a little knowledge on what I did. Also, you can click the videos in the description, and they'll be linked right here for videos of me building this go-kart, so you can get the whole experience and see what I did. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different, and if you like me talking in the car, just having little explanation videos, I can find more things to talk about. This seems like a really easy way for me to upload a lot. If you guys do enjoy this, just let me know. Like the video, subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Always a scary feeling when you speed up and there's a cop right behind you. Great end to this video though. Thanks for watching.